Let's move on. All right, so let's move on to this new thing that's supposed to pop off next year, which I personally like it. I like it.
I'm all into this, man.
Was actually the first athlete to sign up for the Enhanced Games. He's been open and honest about the fact that he has been taking drugs to enhance his performance in the pool, and he will be competing in the Enhanced Games that will be hosted here in Las Vegas this time next year. There will be a focus on running, swimming and strength. There'll be a number of events in those categories, but the big thing is the athletes taking part in those events will not be drug tested. In fact, they're being encouraged to take performance enhancing drugs. The Games have been criticised by some. They have been called the steroid Olympics. The organisers have also been criticised for putting the athletes' health in danger and also for undermining fair play. We spoke to James about a few of those concerns earlier. Can you share any details about the combination of drugs that you are on?
Look, basically what I did was a protocol designed by doctors, so nothing I took was illegal or banned from a legal standpoint. It was all prescribed by doctors for medical reasons, which not only helped my performance but also helped my general well-being and health.
Athletes are also being offered huge cash incentives, an undisclosed appearance fee, plus prize money, nearly $400,000 for first place, and if they can break a world record in specific events.
I love it. Now, hey, I love it. I hope they have combat sports and all. I want to see NASCAR there. I want to see race car driving. I want to see everything. I want to see it all. And listen, I hear the guy saying, "Hey," I hear him saying, "Hey, all of these drugs I'm taking are legal. Doctors gave them to me, this, that, and the third. But you're not gonna be able to convince me at all that ain't nobody gonna come in riding a white horse." Hey, listen. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all have it. Right? We all say this. You know, the football players be crying. Oh, I got CTE. Oh, I got this, that, and the third. I always said you knew what you signed up for. If you want to be built like a brick wall, and this guy's built like a brick wall, and y'all want to run into each other at full speed every weekend for our enjoyment, and you get paid the big bucks to do that, which I think you deserve, then you know what you don't want to hit it crying. I don't want to hit it crying. You jump in that octagon ring, you know what this is. The other guy not playing with you. So you know what this is. You get in that boxing ring, you know what it is. So we don't want to hit it crying. I want to see this. I want to see every drop of it. I'm going to be a huge fan. I'm buying paraphernalia. I need the merch. I want to see these doped up. I want to see the baseball games with the steroids, everything. Because it's going to be great. And I don't care about their health. If they sign up for this, I'm watching.
You know they're gonna have a NDA but they're gonna have a disclaimer anyway, so they can't get sued. So you sign the dotted line in blood, literally in blood.
Listen,
How
it's
long? How
money.
long does this thing last? How long does this thing last?
It just
So
might
my
die.
well,
How long did the
and
XFL last?
they will die. People will die. No
Yes.
joke. Because
Yes.
people don't know how to be measured about it. They don't know how they're gonna automatically abuse it because once eyes turn away from the natural to the unnatural, and everybody wants to see that, and I want to see this jack swimmer with these huge muscles. Like I want to see that. And guess what? The people that are doing it natural gonna stop doing it because they're not gonna get the eyes. And then my only thing is I joke around and say, yeah, I want to see it. But think about this for a minute. Then it starts getting down to the college level. Then it gets down to the high school level. Then it gets down to the middle school level. And basically, in order to compete, you're going to have athletes taking drugs earlier and earlier in their career. And I think that when the pros start letting it in and people start watching it and the money starts flowing, unfortunately, human nature takes over and all of a sudden you got a real problem on your hands. So, I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But I just feel like that we be basically setting ourselves up for something worse in the future if we don't really take serious about looking into the long-term health benefits or adverse effects of these drugs.
And pick it back on what Tony said about all the way down to like high school, middle school, and college. And think about this.
Oh, but time out. Before you go into all that, this ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, I'm
They
giving
ain't going.
you.
This ain't going to no. This is
No,
like
no,
the
no.
slap contest or bare knuckle fighting. This is something
No.
totally different. Ain't nobody
Yes.
going to high school doing this.
Well,
Not
Nobody's
listen
now.
to
coming
what
from
I'm
the
about to
little league.
listen.
It's
Listen
not
to my
different. It's
angle
not
about I'm
different.
about to get with the
You don't
angle.
think so?
So,
No.
so yeah. So think about this, right? So I'm a kid and I get there and I'm like, you know what? I don't even need to go to college. I'm gonna go ahead when they're gonna have to set an age limit. When I turn 18, I'm just gonna pump myself up steroids and I'm gonna join the league and wrestle or swim or run or whatever. So it's an avenue for them not even go to college or get an education or whatever because they could be enticed by the money they can win going on steroids. That's what the thing I'm trying to angle to. Like you don't have to be somebody knowing that hey, if I can't make it in sports in the high school after high school, there's a chance I can, I can't take steroids in high school and nothing like that because the rules, of the high school and also with the doping and stuff and my age. So when I turn of age, forget everything else, I'm going to do this. So that's where the Pandora's box is going to open up. Like kids just not even trying to go to college or anything. They can go straight once they come of age, go straight into the league to do all this stuff. Because the kids pumping up now, we just don't know it. You know, yeah,
Man, I don't see. Hey, man, listen. If that kid want to come out of school and turn 18 and say, "Hey, I want a bare knuckle fight," that's crazy. But go ahead and do it.
yeah.
Just to you know what you're signing up for. I don't see this being. I don't seeing this being. This not gonna be accepted for colleges, and I don't see that. Like I don't think it's gonna be no pipeline like that. Kids coming from some underground uh sports where they're using drugs underground and giving them the kid. Now I don't see all that. But if somebody
Well,
turn
I agree.
18,
I agree with you of not seeing all that right now. I agree with you. You won't see it now. What I'm
It's-
saying though, if I start flowing towards like, why do I want to watch a guy who's naturally and he can only lift, 400 or bench 400, but then I turn the channel and it's this hawk like dude, this jack, and he's pushing up 550, 600 pounds. Well, if
uh huh.
all
yeah,
eyes
so
start watching that, and that's where the money start flowing and the advertising start flowing. That's where people want to go. They want to go where the money is. And all I'm
Yeah, but
saying is if that
I don't
becomes the
think.
glamorous thing, then that's going to be more pressure on the colleges and on the student athletic associations to keep the drugs out because they
Yeah,
know, hey man, the money ain't right here. The money is over here. You get jacked
yeah.
like the Incredible Hulk, and you gonna make some money. That's all I'm
Maybe
saying.
in those sports, but you know the NFL too powerful. That ain't gonna happen there. But here's the
you're like
thing though.
universal soldier.
So this joint right here, to their winners is up to 500,000, which is I think that's a suicide mission if you doing some kind of combat sport because if you ever watch bare knuckle boxing?
No. They're
Yeah,
not doing. They're
yeah, I
not doing
do.
combat sports.
No, I'm just saying I wish they was doing it, but I know that'll stop quick because just with regular bare knuckle
Yeah,
boxing, if you had somebody
sanctioning body won't
jacked,
sanction that. No
yeah,
sanctioning body will sanction performance
this
enhanced fighting.
smash the skull.
Yeah,
But
you kill.
Like Kimbo Slice.
you know, you'll smash a skull because a lot of people don't know what a fist do to a face for real because they ain't never seen it except on TV, and that ain't the truth. But all right, so if we watching a sport, you could affect a sport like tennis, swimming. Uh, what else they got involved in this thing?
Especially track and field
Track
all
and field
day.
for sure. Then I do see your point right there, Doc Prime, because yeah, people will want to see somebody running as fast as a cheetah.
But it
Right.
won't happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So let me hold on. Let me say this because y'all are sounding like y'all are sounding like y'all not paying attention. Y'all can't smell the roses. Okay, man. In all these sports, man, a lot of these people are taking drugs already. Okay,
Yes, we know
Oh, for
that.
all
sure,
right.
for sure.
So we acting like these some bum, some 18-year-old who didn't want to do his algebra homework is gonna get on some sauce and all of a sudden be competing with a natural LeBron James. It's not happening. It's not happening, right? We know who the freaks of nature are. We know who aren't. There's plenty of sports now that drug test that we know really don't. Bodybuilding. Those guys, they take this stuff, they take this gear. Now, using more gear doesn't actually make them better bodybuilders. They have to figure out the right dosages and cycling and all that types of stuff. NFL, man, dude, kids have been in high school. There's movies in the 70s about kids in high school going to the steroid dude and getting the roids so they can be a bigger linebacker, da da da. That's been happening for years. I don't think this is going to like accelerate the steroid use pipeline. I mean, steroids are legal in some of the countries, like over in UK, steroids are legal to use, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to be a problem. I
That's a
think
good
people
too.
will enjoy it. I don't think it'll take away from the enjoyment of other sports. Why? Well, right now, you know what's really soaring in popularity to a lot of people? The WNBA. The WNBA is basically, if NBA was steroids, WNBA is drug tested. And people still go and watch it. Why? Because they're watching for the people involved and for the storylines that are there.
It's
We
veracity.
watch sports because of stories. And like, our track record's gonna fall all over the place? No. Remember, Marion Jones got busted for taking steroids. There's no girl who's gonna just be busting out running way faster than the past, roided up people. So I think it'll be fun. It's an interesting little thing. I'll definitely watch it. I mean, I watch that power slap competitions and stuff, man. I'll
I
watch
love it.
any sport, okay?
I love it.
That's my joint right there.
So,
Yes,
but
Lord.
look, I show power slap to my 6-year-old nephew, and he's not talking about something. Hey, Uncle, slap me right now. He realizes, okay, I'm not built for that. That's for people who who really ain't got no options going on. I feel like I could. I'm gonna ride out with this school thing for a little longer, Uncle. And I think the same thing's gonna be true with these drugs. When you're seeing the dudes have the health problems and they get injured all the time because their body can't adapt to having that much muscle, da da da. I think people will be tired of it and say, man, those dudes always hurt. The dude had one game, had one swim, dude swimming, about to break the, and then what world record? None of that. There's no world records for them because
Yes.
you ain't set none yet. They're gonna have to
No.
set their own records, and it's gonna be embarrassing. But it also will be eye-opening to people when they see the drug test, like the one where you're using drugs. Their records are actually slower than what like Michael Phelps and them were doing. That'll be the eye-opening where we start saying, they say everybody's doing it. Maybe they are, and they are. Remember, with that Balco scandal, none of those baseball players ever failed a drug test. Not a single one ever failed a test. They just got snicked.
Flaxseed. He'll put flaxseed on his arms.
Just to note. Now, I'm not saying everybody's doing it, but
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
My
MJ,
question
you
is,
just took the
my
air out the
question,
balloon. You just took the
my
air out the
question
balloon
is,
because now you got me going over to professional wrestling, right?
yeah,
Now, yeah, they wasn't fighting for real, but you got to be strong to lift these guys up and endure the beatings that they was, because you still getting a beating.
You still
And we
taking a
know that,
beating.
yeah, you taking a beating,
orchestrated.
falling on the floor for real, and you lifting a man that weigh 200-300 pounds for real. Now,
Yeah.
we know they was on the roids heavy, and still is. So yeah, you done took the fun out of it now, because now once you see, oh,
No.
this sport is allowing the drug usage. Now I'm thinking, the white horse, little H,
No.
little H. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking the
now,
hard
hey,
stuff.
now that
All
might
right.
actually be the case. You know what I'm saying?
My
That might.
question
Lawrence
is,
Taylor said he was on some stuff when he was playing, and people was afraid of him.
Yeah.
my question is, should it be an age limit?
It has to be an
Well,
age
it's
limit.
always an
Absolutely.
age limit.
No,
Always
no,
an age
no,
limit.
It got to
no.
be an
I
age
don't
limit.
want to.
Got to be a
No,
grown adult.
I want a 7-year-old man outrun a 25-year-old man on the roads.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
I want to
I'm
see
saying
that.
it
I
need to
want
be
to
a
see
start.
that.
As long as you're 18 or older, I mean, go ahead and do what you do.
Hey, would you think that it's more combining technology and the medical field with how the bodies are reacting to drugs? So it's more of like a testing thing here.
I mean, I think that's where a lot of their money could come from that has it
Yeah.
possibly being longer. I think if they're gonna go enhanced, and stay with me now, if they're gonna go enhanced, they should just market it as like, we trying to create cyborgs like out here. And like not only am I on the steroids and stuff, but like I got my femur replaced with a titanium
Yeah.
rod.
I got these metal arms here, you know.
Yeah.
Let's
You
see
know
what
what
we
I'm
can
saying?
do.
Well,
I cut my foot off and replaced it with a bionic joint from MIT that was paid for by Pfizer. Watch me win this race, and then you get these bionic feet. And I think
Yeah,
that could
right.
have a whole ton
well,
of
look
money
to
going.
Joe's point
Then
though.
Cat
Listen,
Williams. Cat Williams made up some things where it's like poor little Tink Tink, and he running, he wins, and they're like, wait, he has an advantage. He has springs for legs. That's not
Yeah.
fair. That dude from Australia, the track runner.
Yeah,
well,
they end
look
up
to your
killing
point though,
somebody.
Joe. But to your point, I mean, you kind of hit it on the head because I watched another video that's longer than that one, right? And they were saying that they was like, yo, we were gonna be able to put out our product is gonna be the superhuman and the super athlete, and they was like really talking like that, like this is to make modified athletes. That's what they trying to achieve, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a
So I
They,
feeling
watched
it's
the
they,
going to
longer,
turn
I watched the
into.
longer, and they
they,
were actually using that type of terminology. So they was definitely talking about cyborg humans playing
You
so
remember?
they would get the, so they would get the Neuralink from Elon and put it in these guys and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
they
remember
weren't
that?
going that far, but to Joe's point, they was talking like that though. Like,
This will be like that sport. You ever seen where they have the teams will build robots that battle each other?
Yeah,
This
battle
will be
yeah,
like
robots, the
that,
Oh
battle
except
yeah.
bots,
they're
the battle
building
bots.
dudes,
The
and they're gonna
battle
have these
bots.
dudes go in
There you
there with
go.
like mounted guns on them and like Kevlar plating woven into their
Mhm.
skin. That's what we're gonna end up in 100 years.
I
We
mean,
get
See,
like
Running
Mech
Man,
Warriors.
right?
We
he
get
had
Mech
to be
You
Warriors.
remember?
born.
You remember
Mech
Running
Warriors.
Man?
I
Arnold
do.
Schwarzenegger, Running Man. That's what it's gonna be like.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
controlling a dude with a remote control.
Arnold Schwarzenegger who?
Remember Running Man?
No, what you say though? You say Arnold Schwarzenegger who?
Nigger.
Oh, hey, you cut
They're
that
now
close.
demonetized.
I
Demonetized.
ain't put it.
Yes,
I ain't with it.
messing
I
up the
say
money,
They
man.
nigger,
make it
not
sound like
knee.
that,
Knee. I ain't with the knee. Is a nag.